What's up with the Temple fam? It's MJ, and today we're going to be looking at the Shaolin Staff form. Staff is one of the oldest Shaolin weapons and is considered the king of all weapons. Not just in Shaolin, but all martial arts in China, the stick is the first weapon that a practitioner will learn. The idea of all weapons is to act as an extension of your current abilities, adding power to your strikes, allowing you to attack from a further distance, have more power with less effort, and ultimately create a bigger distance between you and your opponent. The staff has hundreds and hundreds of movements and tons of forms to learn. I've been studying it for around 10 years and it's always exciting when I pick it up again because there's always something new I can learn. Today we're going to cover some of the basic movements that you need to understand with the stick in order to move on to harder movements in the future. Gently said, a weapon isn't good or bad, but it depends on the person using it. Focus on these basics and in time you will master the Shaolin Staff. I've picked out some of my favorite movements and the movements I feel will help you the most. So get warmed up. If you need help, check the link out below and let's get to it. All right, we're gonna jump straight into it looking at how to strike. First we have side strike. Using our horse stance and our forward stance, we literally slide one hand down, strike, slide the hand back up, strike, slide, strike. We're gonna go for 10 repetitions, 10 strikes. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。Okay, so that is a side strike. With that one, and with a lot of movements with the stick, you have to get comfortable with sliding your hand up and down the stick. This will allow you to get a longer range when striking with the stick. Next, we move on to downward strike. Very similar to side strike. This time we're coming down on the opponent instead of from across. Similar stances, but this time striking down, and we're going to use a switch step. Watch closely. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。Okay, so that is a downward strike. Next is a 180 swing strike. This one is a little bit more tricky, so watch my hand position closely until you get it. I'm going to cross my arms over, grab hold, strike. Reset, the other side, strike. Reset, 3, reset, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you have the 180 swing strike. So far we've looked at 3 striking methods. Now we're going to incorporate a block with a strike. We're going to start with a block and step into a strike. You can practice this on your own or with a partner, reflecting the move that you're doing. Watch closely. We start in a gumball stance, blocking someone's strike coming down on top of us. We then switch step and down strike ourselves. We then switch step and block up. In this position, we'll go for 10 reps. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10. Okay, so there's your first defensive move, an upward block. Making sure that your hands aren't too close to the center of the stick, but spread out so that you're able to create enough distance to block the attack. Next, we move on to a slightly different movement, which is tapping. There's loads of application and meaning behind this move, but for today, we're going to look at the movement itself, and then in the future, I'll explain in a little bit more detail how this move can be used. Holding the stick with one hand down, one hand up, go into a horse stance position, and literally tapping the stick back and forth, side to side. For this exercise, we're going to go for 20 repetitions. Here we go. 20 strikes. That one we can use as an endurance exercise, learning to coordinate our hips, elbows, shoulders, all as one as we develop speed and power. This next movement is one of my favorite strikes. This one is called hammer hit. For this movement, we're going to squat down nice and low, bringing our right hand to the edge of the stick, using our left hand to generate power, and strike. We're going to go for 10 repetitions. Each time you finish one strike, bring the stick around, over your head, and yeet. Set. So. Whoop. You. Cheek. Ba. 2 more. Last one. Okay, that is called the Shaolin hammer hit. Watch closely how I strike the floor. Don't hit too hard or you're gonna break your stick. You need to understand how to strike the floor before putting power into the movement. When you strike with the hammer hits, use your left hand to push the stick to hit the floor near the middle of the stick. If the bottom edge of the stick hits the floor, the stick is guaranteed to break. Come down, push fast with your left hand, and the point of impact is where your hand is. No matter how hard you hit, how hard the surface, the stick will never break. Okay, so we've got just one more exercise left, and I figured I'll put a rotation in, but it also has an attack element to it. These are uppercuts. So this is a backward rotation where the thin end of the stick comes up like an uppercut. Strike, comes back around, strike, strike, strike. And when you get your flow, you're able to continuously do uppercut strikes while spinning the stick. For this exercise, we go for 10 seconds of solid rotations, working on building up your speed whilst maintaining good balance and control over the stick. Start off slow, build yourself up. 10 seconds. Takes a little bit of time, but eventually you'll get it. Again, don't be too tight on yourself, holding the stick really rigid. Learn to relax, let the stick flow between your fingers. And before you know it, the stick will be moving like lightning. Practicing with the Shaolin Staff is super fun, but it can be dangerous, so make sure you focus on your safety. If you're practicing indoors, practice with a shorter stick and slowly build up your techniques. If you need any more help, drop a comment below. Well, that brings us to the end of today's video. I'm sure you've enjoyed it, so smash that like button. Share this video with your friends and family and anyone else who wants to master the Shaolin Staff. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because we release a new video every Saturday, 6 p.m. London time. And if you live in the London area, be sure to check out temple.london to find out how you can get involved and train with us here at the temple. Well, until next time, 再见.